Prepare yourself for a sprawling discussion on just about anything, where critical thinking meets pop culture in a collision of mind-bending proportions. Please secure all neurons and prepare for full frontal cortex. It's time for Incoherent Ramblings. Whoa! TMI! This is the TMI episode of Incoherent Ramblings. Welcome to episode 50. We made 50! Woo! And for some reason, Kale chose sex to celebrate our 50th episode.
Oh no, I didn't bring lube.
50, we need Viagra, is that it?
I'm your host, Joey Shamel. With me is
Paul Hundinger,
Cale Anderson, and Daryl Jors.
And also guest star tonight,
Joe, a.k.a. Ralph.
Yes, he's actually Joe. Nobody knew that. Oh my God.
I was going to say Joey.
He's here.
And of course, voice of woman as always. All right, our sponsor tonight is Austin Powers. I was going to do a voice.
Yeah, baby.
Thank you, because mine's not that good. Because it's all about sex. We did him instead of Ron Jeremy because he's a little
you gotta do the
smoother.
Do I make you randy, baby?
horny, baby.
Do you make me horny?
Do I make you Rondy, baby?
I guess we should have practiced.
Mine was the worst one.
No, then that turned into Bane.
Do I make you
We're sponsored.
Do I make you ready?
So anyway, remember you can always email us
Drop a beat.
at show. I have a penis under this mouth. Show at IamRambling.com. I can't give blowjobs.
Because Dickface was a horrible supervillain.
All right.
This show is not even going to go on the rails.
I know. It didn't even start. All right, so our topic today, as said earlier, is sex. And we're going to be going, let's see, we're going to do our usual pre-ramble, but then following that, oops, sorry, I don't want my voice to be too far over, is going to be the intro to sex, what qualifies as sex, break it down, foreplay, sexual intercourse, masturbation, pornography, different types of sex, what you like about sex, and a sexual conclusion. You can guess what's going to happen there.
Yeah. Money shot.
Climactic shit.
It's a climax.
The money. Circle jerk.
Okay, Joey is also with us today. He has certain, he asked us.
Proclivities? Is that what you're going to say?
No, he says he's not on camera, but he said if he has anything like to say, he'll raise his hand.
Hey, he's doing
Yes.
it.
Oh, wait. Yes, Joe.
Would you like to just have me say what I want, and that way it's easier for everybody to understand?
However you want to do it, Joe.
We'll cue you.
You jump in.
Hey, Joe, it's like sex. You do it the way you want to.
Great. If you
Well, with
guys
permission.
ask me a question,
But gotta feel how
all
it's
I-
going.
All I ask is that you try and not to interrupt or try and...
That's not possible. Okay, well,
No, will it make it better if only Vane interrupts you?
We're already getting help.
so wait, he sounds like that not because of the mask, because he's got a dick in his mouth.
That's the reason. It's the mask to hide that.
Okay, I think it's just about time for All right, so starting off is with Joey. Today's is something I saw on Facebook, which I think
You
is.
have a little too much WH in that.
Do I really?
It's more like
Didn't finish.
Dude, it's my section right now. What do you want?
I never finished what you...
Oh, he's going to
We
finish
moved
in your
on.
section.
We moved on.
That's what we do here.
Well, anyways, if I have a question, I'll raise it, or if you have a question and you point...
He means his hand. When he said
Otherwise,
raise
I'm
it,
not
he
gonna
meant
talk.
his hand.
That's all I'm talking.
Got it. That's fine. Now, what the fuck? Okay, so mine is about our good friend Jordy. LeVar Burton
Oh, God.
is on Kickstarter trying to raise $1 million so he can restart Reading Rainbow.
Nice.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, the only problem is it's going to be in Braille.
That was, you said that on the, you felt bad already. That's Jordy. And
Yeah.
so, my Vert de Furk is not so much about that, but what someone commented on it. He looks exactly the same as he does when I watched Reading Rainbow. he's the devil. Or
He's
immortal.
found out Dick
Yeah.
Clark's secret.
Yes.
That's what it is.
He's the Black Dick Clark.
The black dick.
Yeah, the 10-inch long version. What are you talking
Those
about?
are wrong.
the black dick Clark. I will live forever until I get a stroke.
Oh, man.
And then my dick will be... Anyway, so that's...
I don't even know what that was.
I don't know either.
You better hurry.
Reading Rainbow, I can't... What the fuck?
Yes.
I gotta start
Quick. Is there a ding?
There will
No,
be.
there's about.
Oh.
You still have 15 seconds, sir. You want to give it the phone?
I will fly anywhere. Just take a look. It's in my pants.
Big rainbow.
That's no rainbow.
That's a black dick. Go ahead.
All right. Now it's time for my word of the week.
Can you keep it down over there?
Your weekly dose of gutter talk trash
Anyway.
crap that I find on the internet. Today's word of the week
Is.
the Minnesota Pottery Club.
All
At least it's
right.
not Cleveland.
So, is it a real club? Is what I want to know, or is it a club? Because we know it's got to. Okay, I'm gonna go with. It has something to do with making pottery, like this. What's that wheel called? The pottery wheel.
Spinner.
The
Spinning wheel.
called a spinning wheel. Yeah. Okay. So you make a penis
I
out
don't
of
know. Maybe
a.
it's not. I don't care. It's a lathe.
Oh, what happened? I was like, I got lathes. Okay, go. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I got nothing.
It's a group that meets up at the Pottery Barn.
That's all.
Close.
And they all speak with their Fargo accents. I don't know.
It's,
Naked.
it's the act of establishing a group of people and shoving Play-Doh molds into their anus and pooping out shapes.
That's kind of awesome.
That actually, I'd buy that.
I mean, I wouldn't do it, but it's fun.
Will you watch it?
I wouldn't watch it. I want to see the shapes afterwards and be like,
Stars,
Oh, look,
Ninja
it's another
Turtles.
shit-shaped one. What are you gonna get? Seriously.
okay,
Are you gonna shit Mr. Bill?
he's got a point.
You put the shape,
look like
you put
Mr.
the
Hanky.
mold. You put the mold up your butt, so when you poop it out, it makes
Oh,
the
it's a
cube.
mold.
The
Okay.
mold, not the Play-Doh.
Oh, wait.
The mold.
Oh,
So
the
it's made out
mold.
of shit?
Oh, so you actually...
Wait, the mold is made out of shit?
No.
I mean, the
No,
thing
no,
you
no.
make?
Yes, the
Yeah.
end
Oh,
product.
forget that. That's gross. I'm not going to be part of that club.
I thought you were putting
I'm not gonna be
clay-
part of that
I
club.
thought you were putting
No,
clay
it's
up
the
there.
mold
Okay.
itself. So if it's
Alright.
like a star,
Okay, well, that's,
star and it
well,
floats on a star.
that's dumb.
Wow.
I revoke my membership.
You could do that on a cookie sheet. Okay, go on.
All right. It smells like science, and because it is sex, we're going to talk about teledonics.
Tell the Donnie to put the
Treat me.
And
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
because of the
teledonics.
new world, we have mobile teledonics. All right?
Oh, okay, yeah. But maybe we should say what teledonics
Yeah, what are
is.
teledonics?
All right.
Because I'm confused.
All right. Teledonics is actually...
Isn't it like dildonics?
Hey,
Just
we're,
tele-
we're
Make it more
interrupting.
clear, like the
Tail again.
telephone.
Go to Lucky.
It's
Teledonics.
teledildonics.
Okay.
Dildo,
It's a
dildonics.
Dildroid.
All right, so what it is Dildroid, right?
okay.
And what it is that there's an app you can get on your phone, and you can program to somebody else the
I just
vibration.
got-
If Paul immediately
Hey,
gets out his
Whoa,
phone.
whoa, whoa.
Is it on
Speaking
the
of the
Play
mobile
Store
version,
now?
I just got Dildonics version 4.4. It's such a I'm leaving the
Yeah.
camera.
Don't launch. Don't launch it.
I'm sure this isn't on the Apple
So
Store.
that's announced-
So wait,
the
you
thing
put it
is-
down your pants?
Right, well, wherever you want
It controls it.
and then you control somebody else's phone
Oh, so it's not just
vibrating.
it's not just
Yeah.
a zzz.
No.
You can do whatever. You can be like
You can stick it down your pants and it will go.
Aren't
Or
some
it
of them
could put
kind
on
of-
your
It could be
shoulder
anywhere
and
to
it
do that.
would.
Oh,
Aren't
okay.
some of
could
them kind of
massage your
motion
shoulder.
controlled where they like track your thrusting? Like someone on one end can be thrusting and on the other end they're receiving the thrust.
Well, that's the thing is you can program
Joe.
any single one of those actions.
Right.
I'm looking.
Go ahead,
For a
Joe.
vibration
No,
of
it
a
doesn't
phone.
have to be a sexual thing.
No, but for tonight it is.
Okay, no, it's cool. It's unal. It's everything.
Yes,
You
it's,
know? Is that-
it's unitary.
Unitarian.
I like unal because it sounds like anal, but I don't know. But
Anyway, so
your fourth hole, I don't know.
it's sending a message of joy massage.
That's
All right.
awesome.
Ooh, vibro
That is really
business.
awesome.
Oh wait, isn't it my turn now? For what?
TikTok!
TikTok. All right, so
needs
what I
with
want
Daryl.
to talk about tonight is not how Apple bought Beats, because then Joey would be like, "Oh, there's another."
Yo, Dre!
But you still had to mention it.
Of course. But the thing I'm going to mention is kind of weird because it's being announced like right now. But SpaceX.
As we're speaking?
Yeah, really. Like Elon Musk is unveiling the next Dragon capsule.
Ooh!
So SpaceX, and that's the thing. It's like 10 o'clock Eastern time. So what is it right now? 7.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
7:26.
At this very
So they're
moment.
doing it right now.
Dude, I gotta
so
look it up.
I don't have the specifics on it, but it's their first manned capsule that's supposed to deliver people to the space.
Yeah, I got a manned
International
capsule.
Space Station. Right. So
Very
Saturn
cool.
5 rocket.
Oh, so it did turn out to be cool.
Yeah.
Because I felt kind of bad since the
live
details
coverage.
aren't out there.
Double
Right?
dip.
Live coverage, baby.
Screw the podcast!
Let's watch SpaceX
Let's-
Dragon
cut.
V2!
Right.
Watch it live here!
Yeah.
Wait, forget about an episode talking about sex.
Periodically,
Let's
we
watch
will
rockets!
give
We're just 2 minutes away.
SpaceX.
2 minutes away. Nice. So
Okay.
anyway, when we publish, we can put the details in the show notes.
That'd be cool.
Bam!
Or we can insert it right
And
here.
I have some extra time left since there aren't
Can-
really details.
Daryl, can you put a link right here? Does it work like that? Link?
No.
How about over here, floating? A floating link.
Daryl's like, stop it, I can't edit that
You
crap.
guys like to make a lot of f***ing work for that, don't you?
You just did it. That was your beep.
I know.
No, that's
Yeah, by the way, this is a not safe for work podcast.
Pretty much the way it
It's
is.
the
not
whole
safe
thing.
for anything podcast.
We need a condom.
We
Not
gotta burn
safe
this.
Wear a
need to
condom
burn this.
when you're listening to this show
is
or watching
unsafe
it,
sex.
please.
This is unsafe.
This
show
is
about
unsafe sex.
Oh, right, I just saw the Magic Johnson.
By
story
the
on
way, we
ESPN.
dinged.
Oh,
Yeah.
dinged.
Just
Very sad.
a little
Intro to
reminder.
sex. All right, what is sex for? Is it a need or
well-
what? How important is it?
When you get
By
down
the way,
to it,
but
yeah.
by the way, little asterisk here. Asterisk. We're not talking about gay sex, lesbian sex, or anything like that, because that's a whole other topic. We're just talking about sex in general. So it could include that, but we're not focusing on that.
Well, you want to
Well,
we're
just
talking mostly
any-
about heterosex then.
Mostly about heterosex. That's the main thing to.
Yeah.
All right.
That
yeah, but isn't everything except for procreating could be anything? Sex?
Could be.
I want that on a license plate. I mean, a bumper sticker.
I mean,
I want that on my ass.
right?
No, sex is obviously for reproduction, but because we need to be
Evolutionarily, it's
Yeah.
for
When it
when it
reproduction.
comes
but
down to it,
because
yeah.
we need
Yeah.
Joe, you're blocking the light. But because we need, but because we need to be, so we don't have to be forced to do it. We like it, and so it's become
And you block
pleasurable.
The light.
Yeah, well, we're not talking about forcible sex.
Well, aren't we
That's
kind of like
crime.
Unless
we
you
have
do that.
this propensity, just like how we like rich foods is a survival instinct, so our genes want to survive. By
But we
making
make-
sure that we hump everything in our sight.
But we make more out of it because
Yeah.
that's what we do. We make meaning, and so what we do is we make sex into meaning. Think we could just say it's like love and intimacy, but also some pretty damn good feeling stuff.
If you say so.
Kayla, you're gonna have to keep this going because
Yeah,
it's
the
sex,
thing
and we're
is-
all kind of like,
Well, the thing is
Yeah.
that sex is important for your psychological well-being too. And I'm saying that I think sex is a need. It's pretty much proven scientifically. Sex is a need. It's not really a want.
And by the way, don't adjust your TV set because our faces really are this red.
no.
We're going
we're-
to be a little shocked and shy. Maybe.
Oh my god! Because we never talk about
talking
sex.
about sex. I'm
Well,
like,
you know what it is. We're kind of talking about sex seriously, and
Well,
that's
it's hard-
for us. It's like it's supposed to be funny.
It's hard.
I mean,
See, that's funny. That's what
The thing about it is
It's
that
hard
it's hard
to
to
talk
talk
about
about the
sex.
subject without getting personal about it, and then it's drawing the line of how much personal information you want to get out.
it's not like this is going to go out on the internet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's not like we're filming this now or anything.
Because even though we might have
Not like
our
I'm
own personal
wearing
comfort
pants.
level with the subject, we know that other people are going to judge based on what we say.
Right? Yeah.
So yeah,
So yeah.
Those four people can be
Yeah.
vicious. Vicious.
So sex is obviously something that we need to do. We have a need to do, even though we
take a note
feel
of
like
that.
it's a want. Well, I mean, it's a want to an extent. I mean, the amount of times we need to do it versus the
Per day.
wants.
yeah, well,
or
it
our-
is a want. I mean, you're trying to hook up with people. when
All
you're
at
not
the same
married or
time.
something. I
Yeah,
don't know,
yeah,
but
right.
all at the same time, or just
Yeah.
hooking up to have sex. There's people go out to clubs or wherever, and their mission is just to have sex that night.
They're missionaries.
I mean, that's not.
Oh!
That's a
Whoa.
want, right?
Well, or is it a need?
Joe.
People are just not honest with themselves when it comes to sex. They hide their true feelings when
That's
it
a good
comes to
point.
that.
That's deep.
And what they want to do, they're too afraid to ask the other to do it. So they hold it back and they don't get the true experience they want. And that's why it's cheap and unfulfilling for most.
Whoa!
Wow, and
Yes, Joe, you are correct.
that's the.
Oh my
Well,
god!
that's
good.
one of the, that
Yep.
does bring up a lot of guilt issues and everything. That there are societal, guilts and shames put upon certain sex acts, and then
Well-
people are afraid to bring it up because they don't want to be a freak.
Well, I have a lot more enjoyment
Did
of
you not
sex.
notice his hand was up?
Yeah, but
Okay.
I don't care.
Wow.
I was talking, damn it.
So let's move on unless we're going to extend. Does
Unless
anybody
you
want to
wanna
extend?
extend.
Derek, Joe, you can have an extend if you want.
Extends.
Just don't be
We're
afraid.
extending.
Express
going.
yourself to your true person, to your true self, to your true other, and you will be rewarded in ways you've never thought imaginable.
Okay, you're bringing this way.
Listen to Madonna. Express yourself.
Okay, are we? Did you say extend?
No.
No. Okay, we're moving
No,
on.
I'm not
What
extending.
qualifies as sex?
Not yet.
I like what this. No, wait.
I will be touching
Yeah.
myself to accept.
Penetration of vaginas only. How about fellatio? Blowjobs. Cunnilingus. Pussy licking. It says pussy licking here. Hand jobs. Anal sex,
Old-fashioned.
masturbation. Okay, well, I think once again, if we are not careful here, we'll spend this whole time talking about semantics. So, let's get it out of the way now.
Right.
What is sex? It can be the act of sexual intercourse, but it is often defined as more than that.
I think sexual stimulation is what sex is.
So we're not the Bill Clinton.
So it could be. It could.
So
be
Bill Clinton did have sex with
Yes,
that
he
woman.
did. He did.
Ranges personally and culturally and how you dress.
So
Joe's got his hand up.
Well, we can ignore him until we're ready for him.
We're ready for him.
Okay, ready, Joe, go!
If it feels sexual in nature, it's probably a sexual act. That's all.
Very good.
okay, that
And
Joe,
then the
that
other-
time in 8th grade,
Whoa!
Yeah.
So,
I guess technically we had sex.
anything...
What?
I think there needs.
I don't remember
Quite often,
it.
I think there needs to be a
Honestly,
physical
don't remember
touch.
it.
Okay.
Did you rape me? What happened?
Physical.
Oh no.
Physical, but does it have to be physical?
That's something I did not ever need to
Well,
imagine.
If it's
Wow.
sex, I think it actually has to be
Because, like, phone
physical.
sex... What about...
requires
Well,
people
that's
to
true,
touch
because you
themselves.
just-
What about
while they're on the
talking...
phone.
What about talking sexually to turn each other on but not touching? Would that still be considered sex?
No,
Okay.
Foreplay.
I wouldn't
Yes,
say
it would.
that. I wouldn't
Foreplay.
say that.
It's-
Voice of woman says yes.
It's a different kind of sex, I think.
So you can do that with another woman. It's okay.
Okay, how about
But there's more than
That
than
doesn't
sex.
mean it's right, but it's not
It's
sex.
just
There's more that you don't do with another woman besides sex.
now here's a better way to define it. What defines a virgin then? Like what sex
don't
acts
care.
do you have to perform to?
Once
no longer
again,
be a
as
virgin?
always, we're looking at
Yeah.
a spectrum here. We've got someone gives somebody a massage. Is that sex? Well, you can consider it a sexual
Depends
act.
which parlor you're at.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
And then you go all the way to the other end, which
If
is
there's
you're
a happy
having
ending.
sex, like the intercourse of sex.
So there's a continuum and a gray area.
As with everything we say, but we have our own definitions. Because I'd even say that talking about sex and not having sex could be a version low grade of sex.
So we're all
having sex right now.
Yeah, we're having a
Holy crap!
right
Daryl.
now.
I'm not aroused though, so I think you have to be aroused.
I won't count it
Oh,
unless I
hey,
get a reach
I'm out.
around. If
I
I
have
get
to
a
be
reach around, I'll
aroused.
count it.
Right.
What you're gonna say?
Linda agrees she's aroused right now.
No,
That was what you said?
no, I agree that what you were gonna say.
I was
Come
going to say
on,
I was
You have to
aroused.
be aroused.
I thought you were gonna say if there's no.
But you can be
arousal.
aroused by a warm
All right,
breeze.
all right.
Then it's sexual. It's a sexual breeze.
I'm in the room. She's aroused.
So am I.
Whoa!
Double arousal.
Double-edged sword.
I'm aroused every time I'm in the room.
So yeah, there's no.
Oh my god.
Can you arouse? Yeah,
I think-
Look at her, you're like, yeah.
That's part of it. Sex with yourself. That's probably the first sex you have.
Now, in terms of women, most people
yourself.
consider it the broken hymen thing, but then
Once again, that's one of the
that can be
labels,
broken
but
in
no.
other ways. And
Dude, what about
some women are born without it?
this? Sounds kind of sick, but
See, and I think that whole idea of
So moving on,
ridiculous.
Unless you
extend.
extend.
Go with the sick thing.
I think it's penetration for a
Break.
man.
Okay, thank you. Break it down. We're gonna break down sex. We're gonna look at it as what are the parts of sex? What do you stimulate and when? Is there a G spot and where is it? What techniques? What works the best? Let's just talk about the pieces of sex. Now, the next two areas are going to be foreplay and the actual act of sexual intercourse, so we don't have to go so much into those, although those are pieces and parts of sex.
all right. So we're talking about clitorises.
Well, parts of the body too, but it can also be just sex as a whole.
Boobs.
Different foreplay. We're talking about foreplay, obviously, and stimulation. What's this before foreplay? The arousal.
Pre-foreplay.
there's pre.
Foreplay.
That's turning off the lights.
No, I'm talking about I'm
It's
talking
like education. They keep having all this other stuff. Like there was
That's turning the air
preschool,
conditioner on.
like kindergarten, and
arousal, things like that. So anything in that area. Go.
Penis.
erogenous zones.
Oh, that's true. See, that's why massages can be very much bisexual as well.
Right.
Probably any part of your body could be sexualized to the point where stimulating that part of the body would cause you to be sexually aroused.
Yeah.
Because some people really get off on feet, and feet do not arouse me at all.
It depends
fall
on the
over.
person doing it too, because
Think
if
about it.
I lick like your back, I'm sure it doesn't arouse you as if Linda licked your back.
He's not a toad. You're not going to get high. All right.
You told me I would. Liar. Well, and I think that's part of it, though. It's also a state of mind. It's like, how do you perceive this? A lot of, for me personally, a lot of things that some people find fetishy, is that a word? I don't do much for me because I'm not aroused by it, and so they seem kind of gross. But for other people,
Like a pottery club.
Well, that's why
Like
that's
the
why it's
pottery
very
club.
individualized, and you can feel like a little bit of a freak for having certain
Yeah.
preferences. Like he mentioned the thing about feet. I happen to like feet. I think women's feet are very attractive. And
That's what I'm saying.
Painted toes and just like it can really turn me on.
Oh man, I had a good
Nice
word of the week with
pair
a
of
toe
feet.
too.
Anything. That's what I'm saying. Anything can be sexualized.
Yeah.
yeah, see, for me, it's feet.
In fact, I almost think okay, this might be saying a little too much, but
TMI time.
some.
As if that's possible on this podcast.
But I mean, like I think sometimes, like legs and feet, like some women are like so hot from like that whole area down that I find it.
I
kind of
agree with
funny.
you on legs.
Well, I kind of
Yeah.
find it funny that like that's completely accepted that they can like go around with their legs completely showing, and that sometimes just
Not
saying
in the
that
Middle East.
can arouse me. But then like they can't expose their breasts, for example, because that's too erotic.
I'd like to say though, I'm actually fine with not exposing breasts because I like the breasts not exposed so that I don't
Right.
see everything. I like that.
Because the thing
Like
is,
to have
if
some
they were
mystery.
shown all the time,
Then I wouldn't
they
care.
would lose,
Yeah, they'd lose their appeal.
specialness.
Yeah, the specialness. I like that. That's exactly it.
I like things
Yeah,
being...
but hot legs are still special. Admit it.
They're good too.
They
Even
are.
if they're out all the
You just see them a little bit
So
more often.
anything that you don't see keeps it special. So I don't.
It can.
I'm special.
We're
all
not
over.
talking
my
about-
PP is special.
It's your special purpose.
Nice. Nicely done. Excellent. I saw that little connection there.
Wait, what?
What?
What's going on? Hey, for the audio listeners.
We're just moving another shot.
we're-
G-spot. Yes.
Yeah,
no. Maybe
I
so.
found it.
On
It
yourself.
is real.
Not on me.
It is
Yeah.
real on women, and you can find it. It's mostly in the same place all the time, but it does vary a little bit.
Is it on Google Maps?
Directly.
Hey, where's the phone? Ooh, where's my phone?
Yes,
Oh,
I know maps, but they can't tell you how to get to it.
You stick your fingers in the vagina up, and that's about where it is.
Okay, Google, navigate to the G-spot.
Right.
Hey, what
I
is
have a
there?
question. Did you have to use your fingers?
Do you
for
want
the
to
G-spot?
extend?
Well, for
Most people do not
let's just
have a
wait.
curly dong.
We're going into foreplay. This is part of foreplay, so go. Joe, ask your question.
Oh, I just wanted to know if you could reach the G spot with your penis, or do you have to
You
use
can, and that's what like those sex pillows
I
are
think it
for, is
depends
to
on the length.
position the hips so that as you're thrusting, you're hitting the
Okay, I take that
G-spot.
back. That's the next section. This is foreplay. Bad Joe. All right.
I just asked a question.
Too bad.
Crucify my f***ing ass.
Okay, ready? Everybody crucify. Go.
Oh, God bless me.
Why have you forsaken me? me.
Hey, Joey!
Okay.
Okay, I found G's spot.
Oh
my God.
I found Jesus.
Is it off the 405?
It's 20 minutes from here.
Damn,
Arrow
it's way up
Highway
there, isn't it?
and Lark Allen.
Wait, where I'm gonna,
Foreplay.
So,
Foreplay.
to G spot.
so, that's,
Honestly, I live on a G street.
he does live on G Street. Found that too. I wouldn't been able to find Joe.
I have one though.
Looking for a G spot and found Joe.
I have found that.
Damn it.
Nothing but a G thing.
All right. So, foreplay is obviously women like it
Before
usually
five
more
play.
than guys, but it can be one of the best parts of sex, especially if you do it right. Favorite foreplay?
Well, it makes the sex better
Yeah.
too. Because,
Yes, it
You
does.
know, like you don't want her to be all
You
like
gotta
dry
preheat
and
the
not
oven
ready.
before
So-
you can start.
That's because
cooking.
most people don't believe in lube.
Right.
Lube is wonderful.
It is nice.
Lube is a
Thing is-
great thing to have.
It's good, but if you can get by without it, it's good. It's better.
You are wrong, sir.
It's flavored.
Lube is awesome and
Nat-
it's good
Thank
for
you.
Natural
Oh,
lube.
yes.
But when
Natural
you're-
lube.
that's just
When
I
you're
think that's
close-minded,
fallacious
the thing is,
thinking.
That's close.
Natural lube is better. No, lube is
thing is-
great, and then when you get the natural lube,
Yeah.
as
When you're-
It's like we're talking about like
even better.
natural corn.
when you're naturally clumsy like me, and you get too much lube, you're just like all over the place. Let's have sex. What?
I'm not putting down the lube. I'm just saying. I'm holding on to it. No.
Daryl, put down the lube.
He's been picking it up and
Before
drinking
someone
it
gets
all
hurt.
night.
Yeah, she goes right through you.
The thing is, I'm not putting it down. I'm just saying, like, personally, I've had nice experiences where the lube was not required. That's what I'm saying.
Well, yeah.
And
Depends on
the
the
same.
woman's age.
Now, the
Sure.
times the lube
I
was
guess-
required, it didn't
Like-
really take away from anything. Okay.
Joe, you have something to say about your
I'll-
lube?
I'll
It's
go with
like-
that.
I'm just
All right.
saying, there's somebody talking with more sexual experience possibly than somebody else right now.
Ooh.
I wonder who he's talking about.
Okay, Daryl has made a good point. He just says that you
It's
defended
a preference,
yourself well.
but he's
Okay, stop! Foreplay. Foreplay now.
There's four of us.
Let's play! Yay!
Okay, so there's oral sex, which is awesome, and then there's touching all
There's,
over, and
touchy-touchy.
fingering, and
Licky licky.
Licky.
We're doing the menu. Did we ever get the menu on
Oh,
it?
I
Damn it.
have to hit, it's on my hard drive in a box somewhere.
Be in your hard drive. Might have to remake it.
Yeah.
Wait, you just said hard and in a box.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Even
foreplay.
Even though it is a sexual act, that oral sex tends to be
Part of
kind of like foreplay, and then oral sex
By the
begins
way,
with sex.
just for clarity for the home viewers, I will keep my hands above the table from now on during the podcast.
And I'll be like this.
I'll
Oh,
keep my
touch
hands down here
Daryl's
next
tit.
No, that was
are
that was last episode.
No, that's not allowed.
And as usual, my hands will wander under the table.
There's been no information presented on this podcast.
I'm punching
thus far.
people. I'm punching.
I love episode 50. All right, let's talk about the actual act of sex, which is the
Intercourse.
positions.
Stardate 457.
Captain's log.
Captain's
log.
Intercourse.
No, the captain's log has nothing to do with sex.
Well, it can.
Well, if you're doing a Cleveland bow tie, it does.
So, position. When we come to sex with positions, we got missionary,
Doggy.
cowboy,
Cowboy. Reverse
the
cowboy.
Arcadia ball rub.
Okay.
Cowboy.
Yes.
Did I say cowboy?
The guy writes you.
Ball rub.
All right then.
Did I say cowboy?
You did say cowboy.
Jamaican
Freudian
bobsled.
Oh, you slipped on Floyd. All right. He slipped on you.
It was too much lube.
Do you like to go camping?
Hanging
Joey?
off the ceiling fan.
Do you like gladiator movies?
That was like
The
creepy
recliner.
from like a radio
Cowgirl.
announcer.
Hey, reverse cowgirl.
Reverse cowgirl.
Like,
True.
Yep.
The Bronco,
Hey, there's,
Bronco Billy.
69.
There's upside down dog.
There's,
No wait.
There's,
That's
um,
yoga. My
But
bad.
what else is there? You're having
Old beef
sex.
patty.
How about stopping and going back to
Downward dog.
foreplay and then going back to
Sorry.
sex, going back to foreplay?
Well,
Yeah.
see,
Yeah.
I think if you're counting sex, that you want to go across the gamut and come back and go again, different areas and
Oh,
different
dude,
places.
where's the gamut located?
Everywhere.
He's got some.
You're the expert.
He's got some cards.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like,
But once the
No,
I'm gambit.
that's
once the uglies have met, there's some things you just don't want to go back to.
Yeah, I know, but that's why I'm saying that's probably a good way to go,
so
but it's
the
more
uglies
difficult.
have met.
You should have seen.
You're pumping uglies.
You should have seen the greatest speech talk done at PCC in my sex education class that I gave.
Yes, you told me about it. I remember that.
By the end of it, everybody was sitting there going,
And you stuck it in every single
every single one.
Oh!
Wow.
And my partner did nothing, and she still got an A.
I seriously
Round, get around.
round, he gets around. What do you?
I've had a lot
how
of
about
sex,
anal
yes.
sex? I don't really care for it.
That's the boldest
I
go
haven't really
where
tried
no man
it.
will go before.
I haven't really tried it
You don't care receiving it?
No.
either.
All right, okay, I have to admit. Well, I got an
You don't
anal
have to.
exam once,
How was that?
Yeah, did you pass?
and that
No.
When it's
I
called an
passed it.
anal probe, I don't think it counts.
when I with the aliens,
I'm like, there's a perfectly good hole here. We don't have to go up there.
exit only.
That one's all dirty and stuff. I don't want to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back road travels.
The road less traveled.
I read that poem. Didn't know that's what it meant.
It's like that movie.
That
Dirt Road
opens a
Mountain.
whole new meaning to that book.
So, yeah,
I thought we weren't going to talk about gay sex.
You started it.
Oh, okay.
it's just
Well,
sex,
no,
though.
you
Hey,
started
you
with
know-
cowboy.
Anal,
What happened?
it could be a cowgirl.
Yeah,
Well, no, I slipped and said cowboy. 'cause
I wanna
there was
see-
too much lube.
I want to see what Joey's version of cowboys and aliens would look like. Like they're probing.
Anal
they're writing
probes.
each other.
yeah. They got the 6-shooter.
There are no horses in this movie, but goddamn, there's some riding.
No,
Bareback.
there are
The whips
horses.
are bareback.
There's horse dick. Wait, what? You weren't.
horse
Okay.
stick.
All right.
100 horse sticks.
Or one,
Yeah.
or one giant horse.
One giant dick
One
sticks. One giant duck
right.
dick or 100 horse dicks.
Duck,
Small
dick,
horse
duck, duck, duck.
dick. Duck, duck.
Let's stick. Okay, it's.
I'm sorry.
We're finding it hard to talk about this. Let's
What
go
was
to
the time code on that?
something a little bit easier to talk about. Masturbation.
Yes.
That's easier to do.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
It doesn't
Dude,
take as much
seriously,
time.
Where are my hands?
Don't
It's
be ashamed.
It's good. It's
Good
practice.
for everybody.
When I was a kid,
Exploring
I
your
was
body.
ashamed. I was like, oh, how could I be doing
If
this?
your parents
Well,
ask you to
There's
do it
mutual
again,
masturbation.
You're bringing up a really good point. One of the things that I thought might come up during this is like age of consent kind of things, because like if you want to talk about
There's hair.
like how there's like shame associated with sex and everything, like how does that come about? It's generally like,
Religious.
authorities.
Religion.
It's religious. It's also governmental. When you want to have a docile public, you kind of try to take the sexuality away from them.
I think
And
that
then
they
it
would
makes-
encourage them to, because I'm pretty docile afterward.
Yeah,
He's got a
but
point.
that doesn't last forever. The thing is,
I
masturbation
know
is
that.
also this thing that's shunned and frowned upon. But it's, I think it's more of a control issue. But then it's also a matter of like owning your body, right? If you own
right.
your body, then you're allowed to do what you want to with it.
I agree with
And
that.
then our
Yes.
government tells us we can't put certain substances in our bodies, etc. So it goes on to.
Are you grinding yourself there,
I think
Joey?
it's, I agree. I think it's all.
And look at my arms.
right?
This is
It's a whole-
this is
God
what it was. I
watching
just
you,
figured
you're
out because
going
this
to
is
hell
natural.
if you're doing this.
This is why I look like that on the camera.
One of the things that I was thinking about with this is, like some parents are all like, I'm not gonna let my child have sex, even if they go off to college, and like once they're 18, they're legally now in ownership of their body and allowed to make this
Yeah.
decision. But the thing is, before that kind of consensual sex can happen, kids masturbate.
No, and they will
And
young,
it's-
and it will happen.
Did you
And
read
you
that stuff?
and I are gonna have to deal with that as dads?
Yeah.
Because already Wes is like touchdown.
Oh,
They're
they're
like,
already-
whoa, hand up here.
And you
It's
tell them
because
hands off, kid.
You've got
as
they-
we've said before, it's just,
Logan has found himself. Yeah.
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 Well, the thing is that as Joey and I have talked about, we may have talked about it a little bit, is that basically you say it's natural, it's a good thing, enjoy yourself, but it's something you do in private.
Yeah, yes, and it's about you and your body,
Right,
And
it's you having sex with yourself, and,
and
that's
I
okay.
remember like when my parents, I think, would have been mortified if they'd have ever like seen. That's just my assumption, you know.
Oh, yeah.
or whatever.
Growing up with Mormon
Well,
parents, it was like, no, you don't do that. You don't do that at all.
Especially, I
But
think.
I think they knew that I did. you know,
Catholics too.
Yeah, well,
it's
no.
like-
I think anybody.
If
You don't want to
one of
walk
those
in and
things-
see your
Like if you
I
child
don't know what
whacking
a
it.
Scientologist
It's one of those things like right, you
Or
want to keep
anything.
it private or
I
whatever,
don't
but what if you want to
like
control
it.
it a little bit? Because like
I would treat it like, shut the door.
No,
it'd
I
be
think-
like too much
Tell me when
candy
you're
or
done,
too
'cause
much
I need to
TV
go.
before
I know,
bed,
but-
you know,
but-
like,
It's still shocking though.
No, but
Yeah.
Daryl, but hold on.
Wasn't it like?
enforcement.
I want to go. I want to go.
Hey, Dad. You're just like
Well, enforcement.
Hold on,
is
wait,
really-
stop!
You're like going to
Everybody
take
stop! We
a
have
dump.
two different conversations going on here about masturbation. Okay, yes, it would suck to walk in on any kid and see them masturbate.
There's no sucking,
Absolutely.
because then it's not
Okay,
masturbation.
then it's not,
dude.
but it would be horrible. Now that being, none of us agree that it would be okay
You
to
know
walk
what'd be
in.
worse? Tweeting about it.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah, look at what
but
the
what
kid is
Daryl,
doing.
but I
This is
like
fun.
what Daryl's getting at is like if you, as a parent, do you try to have any sort of control over that at all? Right?
Because it can be an overindulgence issue. Like, you know, if they eat too much candy, they're going to be, like, obese and have teeth problems, you know?
but is
Or
that
they're
one
gonna
that
be
you can
hyper
get
all the
involved
time.
in our society?
That's what I wonder about that.
I
It's
think it'd be
kinda
weird to
difficult.
have like
I think they got to do
You
like,
say
that.
oh, Joey's, he's going upstairs.
Well, you know, our
It's-
parents
it's-
said, like,
it's his pee-pee time.
No more
you
than
know?
an hour of Nintendo in the evening. So, like, they can say, like, okay, stop beating it after 60 minutes, kid.
I'm extending the masturbation.
Okay.
All right.
Joe.
Yo,
Dude, that happens all the time.
Okay,
Over time.
I'm not
Over
a
time.
parent, so I.
But you
feel differently
masturbate.
on this. I do masturbate, yes. But
2 minutes.
would you encourage your kid and help them? Say it's not.
Oh, no, you don't.
I would
No.
never help my
Yeah.
kid masturbate.
Oh, seriously.
No. I'm saying I don't want to watch what you're doing, but would you?
Yeah, but
not
you wanted to
shame
help.
him? I'm saying, would you buy him magazines or
Oh.
videos and stuff?
no,
and
it's a
say
rite of
okay?
passage. You're on your own.
You're
Yeah.
allowed to
Yeah,
do
let
that. Let them
Let him
learn
find
on
his
their
own
own.
gotta
porn
find
on
your
the
own
internet.
porn.
You learn to walk by yourself. You learn to
All I
play with
wanted to know.
yourself.
That's it. Thank
Good
you.
point. Quick personal story. The guys here know about this. My ex didn't want me masturbating, and so I did that for a while, or didn't do that for a while.
Not just your ex, your ex-wife.
Well, ex-wife, yeah.
Yeah.
And I try not to remember that part. My ex, yes. And so it was like that for a long time, but then it got to the point where I was back to doing it again and was hiding it. And the thing
You're
that
off the wagon.
I think off the wagon, yeah. Or on the wagon. Yeah. I think
Or you were
I
wagging.
think what a lot of women may not know is how good guys are at hiding it, because we have been doing it from puberty
As soon
years.
as we could.
As soon as we could, and we were hiding it from the beginning.
Yeah.
We are very good at knowing how to stay not caught.
Hey, it's like, when we're camping, it's like, hey, guys, I'm going to go wash the pots and pans in the middle of the night. And then, behind a tree, you're like,
If he does that, I'm not eating the next morning.
I did.
Those
That door was camping.
What's this in the pot?
It's like, I am
oh,
going
that's
to go
just
wash
egg
this
white.
pot again.
Don't worry about it.
That's spick and span.
I questioned all of our camping trips now.
I know.
Competitions.
Hey, I did not do anything with the pots and pans. I'm just saying that was the excuse.
All right. Well, my idea.
Like, I need to have a reason
In
to
the middle of the
wander
forest?
out into the forest. Yeah, dude.
I want to extend this. I want to extend this masturbation again.
Oh god, this is the longest masturbation.
No, it's
Well, we
not.
can all agree we
No,
can make
it's
this
not.
a big extent.
I say big extent.
Yes,
this
I
is,
agree.
This
You?
is the Viagra of extent.
Okay,
4 minute
all right,
extent.
All right,
4
4
minutes.
minutes. All right.
Add those 4 inches.
That's for
I
the
need
day
4 minutes.
only.
All right. Is that masturbation is sex with yourself, and you are allowed to do that anytime you want privately.
Because only one
And-
party has to agree.
Right, exactly.
It's
And the thing is,
consensual.
when you're married,
If you're telling yourself no, that means no, though. Seriously.
No, no.
Yes.
You're
No,
raping
yes.
yourself.
well, it's,
But-
if you give yourself the safe
Because,
word,
but you've got to be
know?
careful. You can't do it at work because that's not private, right?
Right,
Because I know you had an experience. Well,
I know.
no, not you, but you had to deal with somebody else.
Right.
Yeah.
The thing is that you can masturbate
Seriously,
as much as you
masturbating
want
at
to
work.
within your
I would never
marriage,
do that.
as
Oh,
long as it
never.
does not take away from the sex that you have with your wife. If it
Correct.
starts taking away from the sex you're having with your
Yes.
wife, then there's a problem.
Joe!
There's kind of a movie that explains what you guys are talking about with the whole masturbation and relationships. It's called Don John with Andrew Gordon Levitt. and it's.
I heard that movie. I haven't seen it.
I'm
It was
telling you,
blurry.
With Black Widow.
I
damn
tapped
it.
he always has porn, even though he
sometimes you
has
just gotta
women.
tap it.
Yeah.
I'm giving a spoiler.
Tap
Shit.
that.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. Do you guys give spoilers?
Yes, we do. Go.
Spoiler alert!
Spoiler alert!
Go.
He gives a list, and he has
Keeps on
girls on
listing.
his list. It's like family, God, country, blah, working out, girls,
masturbation.
and porn.
That sounds about right.
And he gives an explanation as to why he, as a guy, and many other guys, masturbate with porn, even if they're in a relationship. And it's a good
Well,
explanation.
we're
I think.
visual.
Well,
Visual.
pornography is the next section, so we'll
Yeah.
save that for that. Let's get back to masturbation.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Go!
Get back to this is such a circle jerk.
Well, I mean, we can start to talk.
The thing is you can also masturbate with someone over the internet too, with teledildonics.
Right.
Like you
Or
can.
over
They
the
have
phone.
places now where you can have computers that have you can hook up a dildo to,
Right.
and then somebody in Japan could be controlling that, masturbating a girl here in America.
Or just like slapping you on the face.
There's only
Stop it!
It's like
Wait till I get it in! God damn it!
He's like, aha, yeah.
So, were we masturbation in Japan?
Zero.
no, that's turning Japanese.
That is how it is. That's what
the
the.
one thing is that on the last thing on there is, can masturbating make you a better lover?
I would say yes.
Yes, it depends on how you do it.
Yeah.
The more you
Teach
do
us,
it in
Kale.
a way, I will later.
Damn, I might extend this again because I have something to say about this. Or a lot
All
to
right.
say
Well,
about
the
this.
thing I'll be quick and then you go.
All right. Dude, see, that's what makes him such a good lover. Just ask Linda.
The thing is,
Don't ask me because I don't know.
it's how
Just
if
saying.
you do
You know.
if you masturbate in a way that you normally have sex, like if you're on your hands and knees as positioning yourself and you're masturbating, that will help. But if you're in a weird position that you normally wouldn't be in when you're having sex and you're masturbating, it would hinder your ability to have good sex.
So stop
Because
doing
I
it on the
usually
monkey
put
bars.
one leg behind my head and go for it. Yeah.
You know, I can't ever get that out of my head now. I'm sorry.
I'm glad to. Hey, I'm extending again. I'm such an a-hole.
Yeah, so how was the podcast on sex? It turned into a whole circle jerk of
It was more of a podcast on masturbation.
Yes, go ahead.
43
Well,
minutes
you know, it's
in.
funny. We have such trouble talking about sex, then it gets to masturbation.
It's
Like,
only a
whoa,
2-minute
masturbation!
one. It's because we have the most experience with that.
Go.
That's true.
So anyway,
That's true.
no, okay. I think it's a double-edged sword because it can make you a better lover in several ways. I think. Okay. This is one of the things where I want to take it away from being personal experience. I just want to say that these are some of the possibilities. Okay, but it could help you improve endurance, for example.
Yes.
Like if you want to learn how to not come in 30 seconds, then you can masturbate more. Another thing is it helps you learn your own genitalia, so
More,
you can
masturbate longer, not more, because you could have lots of short sex.
Oh no! Okay, that's right. Yeah, for longer.
I saw that
intervals.
porn too.
So the thing is, the other aspect of it is learning your own genitalia. Like you know what parts feel
Saw that
good and
porn.
what parts don't. So then you can instruct your lover how to deal with you.
Yeah.
Then
Definitely.
the other
No,
thing
no,
is,
no. Let me show you.
I think you should also take
This
the
is
time
the
to learn
rhythm.
your partner. Now if you're into masturbation and you happen to be homosexual, that's going to be a big advantage because you're going to
Did not see
know
that.
other people's junk. Because you know your junk, you're going to be familiar.
There was a book written by a gay guy about how to give the best blowjobs,
right.
and it was by a guy who's gay, and so
And he was teaching women.
anyone who wanted to read it.
Well,
was it
it was a big hit with women.
Yeah.
Well, one last point. I think
there was.
where it can be a hindrance is that sometimes you get used to the feel of masturbation, and then you might have a harder time getting off with someone else doing it. That can be a hindrance.
Actually, kind of my first time sexual time, I was kind of like, this isn't that great. Because I was so used to it myself,
Right.
and I knew what I liked, and the other person just...
Because you get accustomed to
Yeah.
a particular feel.
I just have-
Joe, quick, go.
Blow
Let's
Joe.
move on.
Real quick.
Pornography.
I just love how all you guys are just talking for guy terms, and the women think about masturbation in a whole new light.
That's a good
Right,
point.
and that's we can cover
want to
that in
extend on that?
part two.
Part of the reason
part
why
two.
is that we
Part
just,
two. We
even
can
though
cover
we've
that.
done all this like extended time, it seems like we
We're
don't have
gonna
enough
do
time
part
to
two.
cover it all. Even though that should be
We should
part-
have a masturbation
that should be
episode.
part of the conversation.
If you really want to talk masturbation,
Right.
get some women involved in this conversation. who
we're
are
not-
open.
This is pornography, so we
Yes.
can continue to talk
Yeah.
about
Well, okay,
masturbation.
I think there's nothing wrong with pornography. I think it's a very good thing. And honestly, and this is just for me, I've never considered when I'm in a relationship cheating at all because I wouldn't want to hurt the other person ever. But I think a large part that I'm not. I said large part.
not
A big reason why I don't have any desire to cheat is because I got porn. That's so much easier than finding a woman, and
the thing is, we're very visual,
yeah.
And so it's just, and speaking from a man who's getting, into midlife, you need more than a little stimulation. You need a little more, and if you have visual stimulation, it's
Chasing the dragon.
That's it.
Yeah.
Joe, go.
You want
porn.
to do it like you did when you were
South Park.
18.
South Park.
They covered it with Randy. He wanted to masturbate touring.
Oh yeah.
And he had all different weird images
Yeah, that was
he
pretty
got
funny.
off on.
In the internet.
and that's what
Because he was so.
And that would hinder
he
you
was-
from being a better lover.
Well, no, he was so jaded from like normal porn. He needed something
he needed, like-
crazy, stupid,
That's what I was
horrible,
trying to get
like
gross.
animal midget porn or something. Or like,
It was a way exaggerated, but it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, and I think the porn is a very positive thing, but like anything, it can be abused.
Well, Linda and I have actually used porn while we're having sex to spice it up a little bit every once in a while. Like if we go to a hotel and it has porn, sometimes we'll turn the porn on, and it's a little different thing, and it's fun.
I did that with Sports Center.
You're like, oh my god, those chrome domes. Oh yeah.
That is a little
Slap
different.
his ass! Slap his ass!
That is a little different. Look at the size of her mic. Wow. But and the good thing about the internet is pornography is so available now. I think that's
And
another
free.
reason why
Yeah.
we don't have to worry about our kids so much not being able to,
Fine porn.
Yeah.
That was a big
In
concern
my
of
day.
mine. Gee, will little
was
Billy
worried
be able to
about
find
that.
porn?
We had to scour the streets for a picture.
What I mean is they don't have to go to some dirty newsstand. You know what I'm
First
trying to
time I
say.
saw a
Why
vagina
are those
in a
men
picture, I'm
they're
like,
so dirty?
I know. I was like that too.
it's pastrami. What's going on here?
Jesus.
It's pastrami with an airstrip.
Oh, it's
Oh.
sad because
Look at that.
it's
It's
true.
a
One thing I do
pastrami
want
above
to
it.
get in with porn
Anyway.
is my pet peeve, which is Kale's
porn?
pet peeve of pussy protest,
Okay.
which is
You're protesting pussy?
I'm
Are
protesting
you cutting out entirely?
shaved pussy.
Are you going cold pussy?
Stop
So
that
Kale
pussy
is
being
anti-shaved.
shaved.
I like the pussy
Hey,
shit.
that's fine with me.
I like to
I
look
know.
at pussy. I think it's beautiful, but I want at least landing strip. I don't want
Yeah,
to
let's
fuck
I'm
have
fine
some
with
hair.
either.
girl.
I'm fine with either.
I think
I
the hair is
think-
hot.
Yeah, so do I. I
As
think
long as it's not like a
as long as
like
it's not
a head
a
of hair
forest
sitting
where you
there.
can't
80s
see
forest.
anything,
right. Yeah. Can't see the
Fine, have a pet peeve. I'm
can't
fine
see
with
the
it.
tree for the forest.
Yes,
I
Joe.
think we're going.
It just seems a little confusing when women do shave completely down there, and then men go wonder why. Oh, I really want a young hot girl because that's what their image is. I don't know. I don't get it.
I think
What
that
if it
is
was-
part of why it's a turn off for me is that it's a little pedophilia.
Yeah, but I don't think about a 12-year-old.
Neither would
covers a
I.
little bit for
I don't
me.
see
No.
that, and I don't think that. Okay, let's talk about different types of sex. We've got. We're not going to get into it too much, but this is the area of things like prostitution, things like
legalize it.
Yeah, sex for money, as in
sex
pornography.
Pornography is as well as.
Money for sex.
Sex for free.
Stop it! I can't think. The other
Kinky
thing.
sex.
Okay, thank
Kinky
you.
sex.
Fetishes was the word I was looking for.
Sadomasochism,
Saddam Husseinism.
bondage, humiliation, focus on the body parts,
Bondage.
rubber or leather clothing, and pony play and furries.
Okay, so let's start off with prostitution. Legalize?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Why not?
Yes.
We kind of did that on the Vices episode.
Yeah, see Vice's
We're,
episode.
so we're being consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what about that? Okay, isn't porn?
Well, here's another thing.
prostitution?
I think it goes back to the ownership thing. I think a woman owns her body, and when you're saying about the docility thing, like, you know, after you have sex, you feel docile. It's empowering. I think that's why it's such a power play that authorities want to take sex away from people, because they want to basically say, like, you shouldn't feel empowered.
It's a really basic drive, and so the authorities want to control that because then they control you a lot.
And that's part of making prostitution illegal, is that it's just like, you know, this... You know, in the eyes of the law,
and that's been so successful.
Women don't own their bodies to the point of being able to sell.
I mean,
you know, and women would probably be a lot happier with it too, because then guys who are, you know, if it's not a big deal, and guys who are single go to brothels or whatever all the time, maybe when they're going out, they're not just looking for tail; they're actually looking for some sort of relationship.
Well, I don't think you can. I don't think. Well, I don't think you can make a blanket statement like all women
No.
feel that way. But I mean, I know some are really against it. But the thing is, I'm saying, like, you know, I might not be into the idea of like smoking pot. Like, I don't want it for myself, but I don't want to tell someone else what they can or cannot do.
Right, yeah, and that's what we talked about with vices.
And as when I was a young man and not married, you know, when I was over in Korea, I went to prostitutes because I was only going to be there for a short time. I didn't want to get into a relationship with anybody, but I still wanted to enjoy having sex. And so prostitution...
what did you do once you got there?
What?
What did you do once you got there? You said you went to prostitutes.
Was it with who come first?
Oh, well, I had sex with them.
That's what you do.
I did some threesomes. You know...
You could have gone there for counseling for all I know. You said you went to them.
I thought it was understood. I was going to have sex with them.
All right.
Joe!
I just want to say I was baptized Roman Catholic, and it's a mortal sin to have sex out of wedlock. And I held that belief up until I was 24, until I lost my virginity. And I did that by choice.
Good choice, Joe.
Good choice.
And I regret that choice because it's so much fun.
I totally understand that. The first time I had sex was when I was 13, but then because of the religiousness, I didn't have sex again.
Priest?
Whoa!
She's a Mormon, not a Catholic! Or was, this is not.
Wow.
No, with a female.
A nun?
And then I did...
Hey, do they allow female priests in the Mormon church?
No, they do not.
Okay.
Then you're fine.
The thing is that then I didn't have sex again until I was like 19 or 20. And so it was because of that religiousness. And all right, according to our rules, I was having sex because I was doing dry humping and hand jobs and stuff like that. So
you see, that's why you think you need lube. Because of all the dryness.
So okay, what about
dry humping?
What about fetishes and kinky stuff?
Fetishes.
What are you, Gandalf? None shall pass.
Well, we're gonna get into fetishes more on our sloppy seconds episode.
Yeah, all right.
All right, let's move into. What do you like about sex? What kind of sex is your favorite? What is the best sex you ever had? No names, please. I'm Joey.
I'm Joey, and I've had
my best sex
work
was with
sex.
Lefty.
And no names.
Yeah, the worst sex you've ever
With
had.
Lefty here.
Hey, no. And by the way, I'm glad that was my shoulder.
Yes,
not
I'm not touching your boobies.
All
Don't
right,
worry.
good. Don't want to be.
No.
So go ahead, Kel.
Oh, me first?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just
Okay, we're not talking about masturbation porn anymore, so now we're all quiet.
sex. Well, the best
it went to
sex.
54 minutes without stopping.
Oh,
That
I've done that.
There's
I
no
have
file
done that,
size
Daryl.
limit. Really?
damn.
Nice.
The thing is
Hey, Daryl.
Put her there.
Get a side
Daryl,
eye.
hit the picture.
the thing is
camera,
that
just so we get a
the
picture
best
for,
sex
like,
that I ever had was when I
whatever we wanna do.
did what I call a theme sex,
Little camera
where I
takes a
created
picture.
what I called
okay.
the Temple
Just
of Love
for,
and
you know.
Passion.
Yeah, I did it when
and
you were
I'll
lean,
post
too.
pictures of the not us
All right.
doing it, but of the actual Temple of Love and Passion. And
Was it like, is that like Indiana Jones? And the
I remember the Temple of Love and
Tell who
I've-
it's with.
some voice.
Kalima!
Anyway, and the reason, one of the reasons why the sex was the best
Because
was
you ripped your heart out. No,
because I was in love with the person I was having sex with, and that made
thank
it
you.
so much better.
Who was that?
wow.
We can't say.
Names.
Yeah. No
Anyway,
names.
But it was someone in this room.
and I felt very.
She had a bag over her head. So
Oh, Oh God.
Oh,
Anyway, so
And that's why it was Daryl.
it was because it was romantic and it was enjoyable in that we really connected a lot, and that made it, even though just on the sex itself was really good.
Every
but
time
because of
someone's
that-
talking about a relationship and they say they connected, I laugh a little on the inside just because of the terminology. We really connected. Yeah.
Anyway.
I know what that means.
Go ahead, you guys. That was me.
All right.
yeah, I think
Dead silence.
Paul and I would like to say the best sex we've ever had was with our wives
Of
all the
course.
time.
yes.
You weren't
only.
supposed to say with who.
Every time.
You said no names.
That's
That's
right.
not a name.
I didn't say a name.
No, wait, and I just
Why?
say not with our wives. It was with my wife with my wife and his
My real wife.
They didn't name names. They
Yes.
didn't say.
we
Wait, I said
They
Paul.
didn't say. They didn't say Kether and him.
no.
That sounds like a
And-
fetish. Hey, Jules, Tether and him.
Tar and Kether him. Anyway.
Oh my
No,
god.
I agree with Kale. The best sex is when you're in love because
The whole
then
world is delicious.
you're open to things. You're
See, when people
comfortable.
say
You
open,
trust
that's
in
when I
that.
laugh on the
Right.
inside.
And that really is the best experience because
Right.
it really brings out your emotions. You're
Yeah.
you're safe and you can bring everything out.
Right. And if there's a slip into the anus, you don't mind it so much.
Yes, I do. Whoa!
So yeah,
No,
the
I
love-
meant a-
the
What did
love
you
thing
put
makes
there?
sense.
You know, I
mean,
should have
you know,
specified a finger into the in
Yeah.
my anus didn't bother me so much.
Please don't specify.
It's always better when there are a lot of feelings involved.
Yes.
I am curious, are you guys open-minded if your
I don't like where this is going.
wanted to put something in your anus?
No.
Right now, no, because
Halo
I've had
says
some
yes.
really bad.
But all of you
Diarrhea.
say you're not.
I have.
KO,
And I'll
have
admit
is
this,
it a
that,
pleasurable like you've never experienced?
At time before I was involved with serious relationships and before I was married,
We'll never know.
No sense?
unless you really want to know, unless
Go,
you really
quick.
want to know, okay, is where I let a woman use a strap on me, and it was okay. It wasn't my biggest enjoyable sex, but it was okay.
So this part of that Kale's talking about is what is your favorite part of sex? What do you like most about
That
sex?
was-
Really?
That wasn't it.
Yeah, no, we're in the topic.
Were you playing Cell Block 1138 or something?
No, actually, that was the last one.
That was prison.
Okay,
guards
sexual
and-
Prison
conclusion.
guards and civil.
Sexual
Yeah.
conclusion. Let's fill in whatever you want to talk about. What didn't we hit? What didn't we do? What didn't we? Other sexual
There's so
initiation.
much stuff we didn't get to, but
Oh yeah, I know.
That's why it's going to be a part 2.
Yeah.
A pork
Sloppy seconds.
part two.
Porky's two, sloppy seconds.
That's it.
And terrible thirds. And
Should
floppy
I come
fourths.
to part 2, guys?
No, but it's good to experiment and find things because you might find things that you really enjoy.
Yeah, I think when it comes down to sex, it's when you're with the right person, you can explore a lot of different things.
Yeah.
And it's to explore each other and trust each other, and that's
Yeah.
what makes it.
Yeah,
Most
I've done a trust fall during sex. So. No, I haven't. Okay, we're in the middle. Wait, let's do a trust fall.
A trust fall.
I'm feeling very close to you right now. I want to do a trust fall.
I have to ask you,
This trust fall is bending over.
do I come last or does Joe?
Oh,
You come last.
You always come
always.
last.
Okay.
But I don't know. He's
Go,
pretty,
Joe,
you know,
go,
he's
Joe.
pretty extends. So
I
maybe
just
he
want to
should come
touch
last.
on what you said about
touch
the,
it.
the anus thing. I knew 3
You wanna
men
touch
in
my anus?
No.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Good.
There were 3
Not-
guys I
You
knew
had
as
3 guys
friends.
at once?
Listen,
Hey, no, he had 5 guys the other night.
they met a girl. They never ever had their anus touched, and the girl did it the one time. They shot their load, and they married that girl.
Really?
Immediately.
All
Both of
3 of them?
All 3.
That is not allowed.
Married the girl?
No. 3 separate guys, 3 separate girls.
Oh, I thought it was one girl,
No,
3
no.
guys.
One guy met this girl, and
Morning.
that happened. Then another guy's like,
Oh.
he met this girl, and that happened again. And then
And thus
you're
came
hanging
the
out with
pilot
weird people.
episode
It could
of Touched
be
by an
like
Anus.
some guys and some women actually have orgasms through anal sex.
Yeah, it's the
That
process.
wasn't my
heard there's
case,
an
but
anus orgasm.
you know, lots of
I don't
girls.
know.
Well, yeah, that was on road trip.
There is. My sister has had one.
Right? Yeah. Right now.
Well,
the-
haven't some people's that haven't? I think it's kind of just like this rumored thing, but some people have said that like the men's G spot is in their anus. It's like okay, whatever. I don't know. I
I have a hard time believing
Let's
that.
find
If it
it.
is, whatever.
I guess I don't have long enough fingers. I don't know.
I know. That whole plunger went up there.
Look, the time
that's not true.
G.I. Joe explored the cavern, they didn't find the G-spot. Okay, just saying.
No, we already G-spot's
Mines of Moria.
G-spot's in G-spot's
All right, we're gonna
Hey,
run out of
G-spot's in Ontario. Just saying.
All right,
It was Ontario, right?
It was,
it's 22 minutes away, wherever it was. It's way up there.
yeah.
So I wanted.
We should have done it. Our podcast
Okay, the
from
thing
there.
I think we didn't cover, and Joe's right, we didn't talk from women's perspective.
But there's a reason.
Oh, Glendora.
because we're all guys.
Oh,
But
West Covina.
The thing is, I wanted to say though, I think one of the more important things that can happen in terms of sexual freedom is, let's liberate women. Let's give them their bodies back. Let's
Thank you.
not shame them, not have them feel guilty. Women out there, please be proud of your bodies.
I have never taken
Please
away a
get to
woman's
know
body. Never.
your parts.
Once.
Because if you know how to pleasure yourself, you can tell your guy how to pleasure you.
And
You're going to
specific
have a very
guy.
rich and fulfilling love life because
Right.
you are.
And take
Your man.
your
You
time.
can reach Daryl if you're interested at area code 626-446. Oh, stop.
I have my old
Express
one of it.
yourself. That's all.
It still works. You just get a hold of your mom.
Oh God!
If you want Daryl,
good.
call his mom.
You're basically like Daryl lives with his mom.
No.
We actually didn't say that.
Oh shit! It went out. I guess maybe at an hour it kind of. All right.
Okay, we're back on.
Well, that's a good point to edit because I can not talk about my mom.
Even though now you've started it,
Wait, are
and
you on?
we've heard that.
Okay, I'm on,
again.
yeah.
You're on. Okay.
Clap.
Oh, we all got
Oh,
the clap.
no, he clapped. It's
We
going
all
to mess
got
him
the
up.
clap,
Yeah, that's
baby.
another
Okay.
part we didn't talk about: venereal diseases.
That should be the next one.
All right, when are we back on?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
So you were like, hey, my mom's looking for some help.
No, I wasn't.
Looking for someone to watch over her.
It's like that.
So, Kale, thank you so much for bringing us sex this week. We all
Yes.
needed some.
I hope you were satisfied.
Yes. That was a very deep
Little bit.
conversation.
We need to go again.
Next time we'll satisfy you even more.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
But
Because there will be a part
you know what?
two.
I just need to
It's
wait
like-
20 minutes.
It's like a lot of things. Just talking about it is frustrating. You want to, go do it.
I'm not.
Just
do it.
I'm really okay. Right
We're
now.
not going to put that in the show notes.
That's probably because you've had some more recently than I have.
Well, see, and that's another good
Why do you
point.
think I was
The
late?
Sex is only so important when you're not
Why do you
getting
think
it.
you're late?
When you're not getting it, it's really important.
Why do you think Heather was late?
Joe. Joe.
Twice, yeah.
I don't know if you guys would like me to come back to the next one. I would like to, and if you have fans and they want to have a poll, go ahead.
I'd like to see somebody dancing on that
Yeah.
pole.
Yeah, me too. But if
Not all of our
I'd like to
fans.
come back.
Oh, it's good to know Joe's off.
Not that one guy with the teddy bear.
Okay,
I
next-
don't want to see him on the pole.
Next week, Paul's choice.
Paul,
Paul,
Oh, yes, we're going to talk about privacy.
That would have been a good topic. though.
Privacy.
Let's get
On
into
the last
privacy.
notes there.
Actually, this is really good with the Edward
Privacy.
Snowden thing making news again. So, yeah.
Do we really have
And the guy, Clipper guy, yeah.
And Snowden talking now.
So that's good. Okay, so privacy will be next week. You'll be able to listen and see us again because we're doing this camera thing for good now, I think. And yeah, and so you can always reach us at show at. I was gonna say Gmail for some reason. Show at IamRambling.com. Any last words, anybody? Joe, is anything else you want to say before we go?
Do you guys want me to keep coming to your other podcasts?
No.
Okay.
No, yes we do, Joe!
Yes.
Just kidding. Oh my god.
When you can make it, great.
Yeah.
Such a diss.
Okay, so this is Joey Shamel.
And it's Paul Hottinger not having to cuddle.
You can cuddle.
All right.
Kale Anderson cuddling.
And Daryl George staying the hell away.
And
And Joe, a.k.a. Ralph, you bitches.
thanks for joining us, and remember, we're incoherent, so you don't have to! Thanks for listening. You can now stop screaming at the open air. Listeners should put their minds back in their upright positions and resume traditional thinking. Find us on IamRambling.com for access to all of our weekly ramblings, show notes, general discussions, and any projects from Incoherent Ramblings. Like us on Facebook and rate us on iTunes. So long, and thanks for all the fish. Oh, that was so good.
I don't know that ending. I'm sorry.
I don't know, guys. I think I spent myself early.
You did.
You need to smoke.
It was too soon.
I was
smoke.
That's why I'm sticky. God, so much damn lube.